Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It's the ESL India Premiership organized by Nordwind Gaming. I'm CloudX. We're watching Zero Navigation going up against No Awesome Gaming. These teams do not believe in tagging up inside the lobby, but I'll let you know that Zero Navigation is on the dire side and NAG is on the Radiant. We've already got the draft going underway. It's a rapid fire pick and ban phase coming out from both sides. Neither side touching any of their reserve time here. This is something new as they're both feeling really confident here. Fastest finger first indeed. You've got the Earth Spirit and the Beastmaster banned out, with the Lion and the Phoenix picked up for Zero Navigation. They've opted to ban out the Venge and the Puck, following it up with a Faceless Void pickup. So we're looking at a support Phoenix more than likely here, or that. Well, either that or we're going to see a one position Void. Nope, scratch that. Gyro's going to be picked. What is up with these two teams? They've taken some strange set of steroids as they're not looking to think this through at all. Slaughter, Lifestealer, Bane, and Silencer will be making an appearance on the Radiant side for NAG. They've banned out the Viper, the Nature's Prophet, along with the Ancient Apparition, Medusa, and the Wyvern. Okay, I cannot for the life of me figure out why these teams don't want to wait, but it looks like NAG has not touched their reserve clock and neither has Zero Navigation. This is the first time I've ever seen something like this during a draft phase. But one of these two teams will regret not taking their time to think this draft through. We'll have a little more time to analyze the draft as we jump into the game with the Templar Assassin last pick coming out for Zero Navigation. So this is a round 4 matchup. The winning team moves on to the next phase. The loser will be knocked out. They're all best of ones here for the first starter cup of the ESL India Premiership. For those of you unaware of what the tournament is like, it's INR 42 lakhs. Yes, you heard me correctly. Up for grabs here for Indian, Dota 2, CSGO, Hearthstone, and Just Dance. The tournament will be taking place over a span of about 7 to 8 months. You've got 4 starter cups, followed up by a challenger, which is a LAN event. Two teams from each, one team from each starter qualifies, I believe, and then you've got a total of 8 teams coming down to the challenger LAN, which basically means that we're going to have a total of 8 teams at the grand finale, which is going to be Masters, followed up after 2 challengers. So a long format, not very complicated. You can check out more at pro.eslgaming/India. And of course, you can check out regular tournament updates on facebook.com/ESL India Premiership. Also, you can follow them on Twitter if you're a Twitter kind of guy or a Twitter kind of girl. They're on Premiership_IND on Twitter. And of course, if you'd prefer to watch all the live action, don't forget to hit the follow button on twitch.tv/ESL India Premiership. Moving on with this game, though, let's start with the introductions. You've got Zero Navigation on the Dire and No Awesome Gaming on the Radiant. Hero selection on the Lina. You've got Amy playing the Bane. You've got M33 or me on the Slaughter. GG on the Lifestealer, and Stunner will be handling the Silencer. On the other side, for Zero Navigation, we saw their secondary team, Zero Navigation Replica, losing out earlier in the tournament, but let's see if the primary squad can make magic happen as Streamax will play the Gyrocopter. You've got Why Always Me on the Void, Mr. Mystery on the Templar Assassin, SITL on the Phoenix, and Face will be handling the Lion. So a quick look at where these lanes are going to end up. You've got the Lifestealer, Silencer, and Bane tri-lane moving bottom. You've got the Lina possibly going mid with an off-lane Slaughter coming out for NAG. A very well-rounded draft, I have to say. They do have damage over time in the form of that Curse of the Silent to bring down the refraction charges on the TA, and also Lina versus TA. I think that's a matchup where Lina is going to be A-OK, given her ridiculous attack range and her ability to push out creep waves. But at the same time, Templar does have the refraction to soak up some of the damage from those Dragon Slaves if she can time them right, especially if she can get a ward on her higher ground at the middle lane. But for Zero Navigation, we're looking at an off-lane Void. He started with a Poor Man's Shield and a set of Tangos pulled out to him. Gyro will be on the core or the one position role, so he's building towards the early Wraith Band into a Ring of Aquila, I would assume. Mystery will be on, or Mr. Mystery will be on the Templar at mid, and we'll see a support Phoenix with a support Lion. So we're probably going to see a level 1 clash here, as both teams are moving into the Radiant jungle. I'm looking forward to this one, because we do get to see very peaceful starts for the most part here. But here we go, they'll walk into each other, just a mace to the back of the Lifestealer's head, as they'll move their separate ways. They're both just burying their fangs at each other now, with Lina Pummeling away with an auto attack of her own. No first blood just yet. Neither team willing to commit. Although I do feel like Zero Navigation might have had the upper hand with the Gyrocopter Rocket Barrage and the Phoenix Sunray doing tons of damage to start things up. Casual Rage going to be popped here by the Life Stealer, which means that NAG will have to back away now. They can no longer contest the rune. The bounty rune will be picked up here at the bottom by the TA, while Slardar will not wait for his own middle laner, as he'll pick up the bounty rune for himself and move back up. So a bit of an advantage here for the TA in terms of money. She can call out the salve if she chooses to, but it looks like she's just holding on to the money for the early bottle this time around. Well, Lina, she started with the Dragon Slave. Early Refraction, trying to get that last little bit of CS in, but with the range on the Lina, Refraction has been whittled down already. And you've also got the ward placed down on the high ground. So the Dire Sentry will not find the D ward. That is not the most optimal position to put down your sentry when you're trying to D ward mid. You want to drop it in the middle lane because this spot right here is pretty much the go-to spot for any observer wards in the middle lane. Bottom lane, why always me on the void? He'll time walk further into the tree line, but he could be scarred out here. Stunner, does he see him? He's just barely walking past him. They know that he's somewhere here. Oh, they'll see him now, and he doesn't have a time walk for 13 seconds. Starting off with the last word. The silence will kick in. Life Stealers come in as well, but Void just mans up and punches away on Stunner, who's taken quite the beating. Does Void want to go in for this? He does have the time walk in 3 seconds. He'll time walk forward. One auto attack will come through. One more comes through, but now he's not going to be able to pursue further. A good attempt, but one that'll see him sacrificing a lot of his hit points as Amy's coming in from the side. Remember, they do have the brain sap for that pure damage burst. And no time walk for 9 seconds. However, the Silencer does have 2 tangos on himself. But again, you've got them just duking it out. Time walk comes through. Last word once again thrown down. This could be your first blood. But the bash proc Stunner, he's trying to make a run for it. He will be able to juke just barely to the side as Amy casually puts himself to sleep. First blood for the Life Stealer. No awesome gaming. Proves to be better in this bottom lane for now, as Void just playing extremely aggressively, and he'll get punished for that. On the other off lane though, you've got an Observer Ward placed down in the lane. Slardar gonna be hard to zone out really, unless they can clip him with a stun and a hex. I don't see how this Slardar is gonna die. But it looks like Stremax wants to push out the wave now, as the creep equilibrium will be reset here by Face pulling to the side. But nope, this is not going to work out for them. It's a single pull for Zero Navigation, and they don't have another camp here to pull through with. So the creep wave will continue pushing towards the Slardar tier 1 tower, and he'll continue getting the benefits of this bonus EXP, and maybe even some last hits, as we see him up to 3-0 for now on the CS charts. Meanwhile, at middle lane, Lina and TA just duking it out eye for an eye here. On bottom again, we're going to see the Void in a bit of trouble here. He does have the time walk once he gets the silence off of him, but the curse continues to take him down in terms of damage. They're going to put him to sleep. They do have the open wounds. They'll wake him up immediately and they'll go to work. Time walks on cooldown, and this will be another kill on the Void. The aggression not paying off for him once again. Just not respecting the disable from Amy's Nightmare and the damage over time from the Curse of the Silent there. Void gets taken down twice. Silencer finds himself bonus intelligence once again on the back of those 2 assists. Or rather 1 assist and 1 kill. Well, Phoenix is rotated bottom now. He couldn't save his ally, but he will find himself a little extra EXP on this lane. While the Faceless Void has to make the long walk of shame back. Meanwhile at top, Rocket Barrage does a significant amount of damage on the Slaughter as well, while middle lane, you now have the bottle and the boots finished up for the Templar Assassin. So Lina has to be careful, because once the TA hits 6, there's a definite kill possibility on this mid Lina. But I want to keep my eyes trained on this bottom lane again, because this is where I'm expecting all the action to be at. With the Phoenix sitting around in the vicinity, we should see another play being made soon. Last word thrown, and here we go. Stunner, he's gonna get run down. Void will time walk, but he'll get silenced in the fray, and with the Life Stealer close at his heels, he'll get some damage dished out on himself as well. Rage is available, the time dilation slowing down the Life Stealer for now. The curse catches onto 2. Rage popped as well as they'll move forward. Amy comes in from behind. He goes to work on the Void, who'll tick down to the Silencer once again, while Phoenix will get taken apart as well while trying to Icarus dive away. But Icarus Dive does take up some of his HP as he moves out, and it also resets the duration on that curse, which allows the Silencer to be extremely effective, as he's now got himself 6 stolen intelligence. 4-0 for No Awesome Gaming. They've just decimated this bottom lane. Zero Navigation will have to make a comeback on the other sides of the map. But recognizing that they're winning, I feel like the Slardar will just continue to play extremely safe, not giving up any freebies on this top lane just yet. But we will see the level 6 coming online for the Gyro, and the cooldown will be available in synergy with that Earth Spike. Lion, he'll now put another point into the Earth Spike and one of the Hex, so they're trying to wrap around now. But can they commit is the question. Middle lane. Yeah, seeing a wraparound. A smoke will be popped, but I believe that smoke might have been scouted out. Immediately we're seeing the sleep come out, but the refraction has been popped. Sunray coming through the light strike array, not doing any damage. They'll go for the courier instead. It won't go down. One more hit would have sealed the deal, but zero navigation. They're turning this around. They're gonna get one kill on the Bane, but they'll lose this Templar Assassin in the fray. Now SITL is gonna go down as well. Another kill for the Lina and more intelligence for this Silencer, as the Void will rotate off the lane as well, leaving the Life Sealer to continue free farming. 6-1, 2-1 in favor of No Awesome Gaming in that fight. And the core on the side of Zero Navigation in the form of that Templar Assassin does get taken apart as well. So we're now looking at No Awesome Gaming taking a commanding lead in this early game phase. 2,000 net worth going their way with about 1,000 EXP. There's Lina. She's going to need a sentry ward on this middle lane, but she does have a bit of a level advantage on this Templar Assassin. Not to mention the fact that she's got the Laguna Blade available and at the ready. Mr. Mystery, he'll be forced to use his bottle charges now. Well, Lina, she's got the Arcane Boots for the extra mana sustenance along with the Clarity that's still ticking down. Top lane, Bane's coming in for the wraparound. They want to make a play here. Slardar will initiate onto the Gyro. They do have the Brain Sap, but this could go horribly wrong because the call down and the Rock Barrage will come through on the Slardar. He's trying to get away. He'll get put to sleep, but he's going to go down here at the end of it all. The Nightmare taken away by the Phoenix, while Gyro gets one kill for himself. He's looking for another, but Silencer's back into the fray. The last word, one more hit, and he'll get the return kill. Stunner is turning out to be quite the core here, with 10 stolen intelligence on himself. Now 3 points in that last word. Another pick off on the 1 position of Zero Navigation leaves them clutching at straws, looking for any form of recovery. In fact, at mid, Mr. Mystery, he'll get the refraction off just in the nick of time. But Lina, she is threatening the Templar Assassin quite a bit. In fact, so much so that she's going to have to make a trip towards the base, I believe. There's no rune available, just very wishful thinking, as Mr. Mystery will drop down that trap to watch the next rune spawning at the bottom lane. But FaZe, he's up to level 4 now at top. Stunner's up to level 6. He does have a point if he wants to put it into the global silence for now. And this is when No Awesome Gaming gets a massive power spike. Void, not the most optimum hero to trade hits with the Life Sealer at bottom, as we can already see GG doing a significant chunk of damage. He's got the phase boots for that extra mobility in the lane. Well, the sentry will be dewarded at mid. They will not be able to bring down this observer ward for not having vision of it. But Amy is sticking around, trying to get level 6 himself for that ever so important Fiend's Grip. But Stunner's observer ward will be scouted out now. It's been pinged out as well, but they don't have any sentries on the side of Zero Navigation. We're looking at GG now. He's getting close to a Midas if that's what he's going for. He has picked up the Gloves of Haze. Stop! Here we go. There's the Laguna Blade also at the ready. It'll be expended. A 2-man Earth Spike from FaZe does nothing to save his Gyrocopter. In fact, FaZe could be going down as well. He does have the Hex available. They're trying for the Light Strike Ray. They'll find it as well. Well played there by Hero Selections Lina. It'll secure him a much-deserved double kill. Well, 1 TP, 2 TPs in fact get cancelled out from Zero Navigation. 9-2 now. Lina getting that much needed snowball start. She could build towards the Yules or even finish up that Aether Lens soon. She's going for the Aether Lens with the Ring of Health already purchased up. Her top lane rotation proving more than worthy. Well, the Slardar will now pressure the tier 1. He's getting close to a Blink Dagger of his own. Well, Stunner hasn't had too much progress after those first few kills. He's at 4-0 and 3 and a support. That's a quicker start than he would have imagined, really. Let's have a look at that net worth graph. You've got the Lina and the Life Sealer leading the charts. with No Awesome Gaming taking a 3000 net worth lead and a 3000 EXP lead as well. Bane is up to level 6. I think it's only a matter of time before we see a smoke being popped. On Life Sealer, he's moving onwards towards the Phoenix, will be forced to use the Icarus dive to get away. And all the while you've got Silencer just punching away at these creeps, pressuring the tier 1 tower. Templar opting to go for the phase boost this game, so mobility will be the name of the game for Mr. Mystery. However, I wonder if this is going to be a Desolator TA, but usually when you get the Tesla, you want to get yourself the Treads and the Aquila. Stack up the Ancients and farm it up, but for now there's a Fiend's Grip on the TA. Where's the follow-up? It'll come through with the Laguna Blade as well. They'll get the Templar Assassin killed off before the Void drops the Chronosphere. It does catch out too. The Sunray is coming through as well, but the Global Silence holds them in their tracks. Now why always me? He's thinking of getting out of here. He does have the Time Walk, but he Time Walks in closer to the Lina, who's got a Dragon Sleeve available, doesn't turn around for it. As the Phoenix will Icarus dive through, you've got a call down being dropped, a good Earth Spike coming out from the Lion, holds Sue in position, but the Rage is there with a good Light Strike Array catching out 2 as well. They'll get the kill on the Phoenix and the Gyrocopter, leaving the Lion as the only survivor to try and escape. He's not getting too far either, as Lina will clip him with the Light Strike Array, securing a 5-man team wipe at the middle lane in exchange for just the support Silencer, albeit a snowball support Silencer. Well, the goal does change his hands in favor of No Awesome Gaming. They are convincingly dominating this early game stage, and there's no sugarcoating it. Zero navigation. They're getting stomped at the moment. The tier 1 at mid is looking healthy for now, but they don't have any more fortification available. As Lina finishes up that Ethel Lens while disassembling the Arcane Boots. So this tier 1 looks like it's going to go down. Slaughter. That'll bring him one step closer to his Blink Dagger. But they're pinging him out. They want to make a play, but they really cannot without that Chronosphere available for another 48 seconds. So Slaughter will be given the money for that tower, and his Blink will come out in the next couple of minutes, which will be their most useful initiation tool, I'm going to say. However, that said, Lina is getting mighty close to the Yule Scepter, and she's now got the Invis Rune with the Laguna Blade at the ready. But this has all been scouted out by this Observer Ward from the Dire side. Life Sealer now playing Pokemon as he infests into a Satyr. The Satyr will be smoked up as well, and now they're moving forward. Trying to get the jump on this Lion. That's going to be a dead Lion. In fact, Lina will finish the job by herself. Hadouken! Says the Life Sealer. That's one cheeky way to get the kill. With the Satyr Tormentor Shockwave. But a pick-off is a pick-off nonetheless, and that'll put zero navigation on the back foot for a little longer. Me, or M33, will find his Blink up top as the rest of his teammates join him to take down this tier 1 Gyro. He spotted this out with the Observer Wards in the jungle, so he will be able to TP away to safety towards the bottom lane where zero navigation are going to try and take a tower of their own. Life Sealer, he is inside that Satyr. They're trying to bring it down, but he'll come straight out of there. He's got the Rage available, but doesn't pop it for now. He's been caught with the Chronosphere, as well as the call down. The Rocket Barrage and the Earth Spike will secure the kill on him. Global Silence comes through. Void will get taken down. And here comes the Bane with his TP as well. All in all, it's a 1-for-1 trade. This time a trade that favors zero navigation, but they do end up losing their tier 1 at top, and they could lose more. Bane is in the vicinity, prepping for the fight. Stunner will get hexed up. There's TP's coming in. The Crush comes out. It catches out just Mr. Mystery as they lose the Silencer. They'll also lose the Slaughter. A comeback is on the cards here from zero navigation. They're looking for more. Amy's going to get run down by the Gyrocopter, but Amy's running through the tree line. The Laguna Blade comes in from behind, and the Brain Sap will secure the kill. While Mr. Mystery gets locked in position by the Templar Assassin. They do have the Fiend's Grip now, and Templar's going to lose a life as well. Not like this as zero navigation. It looked like it could have been great for them getting a double kill for their Gyrocopter, but they ended up losing both their cores at the end of it, while the Lina survived and now manages to get herself level 11 and a Yules. Once again, No Awesome Gaming proving to be the better team in that skirmish. 18 for 6. What looked like signs of a comeback have now been thwarted, as zero navigation will resume farming Void, he's really struggling to get any items right now. Just the power treads online for him. With 36 CS, he has 5 deaths attributed to his name. And this is not a situation that they want their Faceless Void to be in, given that he is their best tool for initiation right now with the long range, with the time walk into the Chronosphere. Gyro, he's fairly squishy as well, while he might have the armor from the Ring of Aquila and his base armor of 10. He's opted to get the Helm and the Magic Wand. So that's not going to keep him too healthy in the face of a Laguna Blade bursting him down with the pure damage from the Brain Sap as well. But for now, initiation on the line. The Lifestrike Array will clip him. They will not commit the Laguna Blade. Lifestealer will be the one to get that kill with the Rage expended. They also have the Armlet. He's going for the Echo Saber next. They'll find themselves another tier 1 tower. Slara blinks away instead of blinking in. The Yules is online in 4 seconds again. As the Gyro is trying to juke around, he needs to be careful. He's moving into the tree lines, not the place he wants to be in. Lifestrike Array will find him. They'll put him to sleep as well. They'll wake him up as the Crush is there to greet him, and they'll find another kill on the Gyro. No response coming in from Zero Navigation. Lina is on to a wicked 6 streak, as it's now 20 for 6. Just 15 minutes in. Zero Navigation are getting stomped here. Mr. Mystery, he's picked up that Ogre Club instead of opting to get the Blink or the Desolator. So he's trying to get that early BKB, but now he's going to get sent into the air, stunned again. And the Refraction will be burned down while the Fiend's Grip holds him in position under the tower. Even the Laguna Blade will be committed, and it was well worth it. And Silencer will find himself another kill. He's up to 18 stolen intelligence, which is absolutely ridiculous for a 16-minute game. Roshan next on the cards here. With the Life Sealer and the amp damage from the Slaughter, they'll get this one very comfortably. However, Zero Navigation does have a Chronosphere if they want to try and contest this. This Radiant Observer Board, it's guarded out the Phoenix and his position. So they will not have the element of surprise. They are coming in though. Zero Navigation's coming through from behind. They do have the call down. Chronosphere will connect, but the silence is there to follow it up, so there's going to be no follow up from Zero Navigation. 2-man crush. There's the Supernova on the high ground. Amy's trying to do what he can. The call down will come through as well. They're fighting back here. Amy's about to lose his life as GG gets stunned up. It's a 1-for-1 Void traded for the Bane. Finger of Death onto the Life Stealer. He's trying to make a run for it. Can he armlet toggle? No, he can't. Gyro gets the double kill, as Zero Navigation might be about to claim the Aegis for themselves. The comeback looks like it could be real here, as Roshan is about to be taken down. There's no mana on this Lina, and in a change of pace here, we're going to see Zero Navigation finding the Aegis for their Templar Assassin. So that's definitely signs of life. We'll see the graph tilting slightly downwards as well. There's no Awesome Gaming. They still have the streak on the Lina, so that's the real, that's the one that Zero Navigation will be gunning for. If they can get the money of that streak onto one of their cores, we'll see a full-fledged comeback coming out from them. But as of now, they're still really far behind. And they'll need to be extremely cautious about the way they take their next few fights, because Slaughter's under cover of the Invis Rune and is on the hunt. This would be an opportune moment for the Life Stealer to infest him, but Slaughter's going in to contest the stack by himself. This Observer Ward is providing vision. Uh-oh, that's a low Templar Assassin. He'll get clipped, stunned, and brought straight down. The dust will be there, while the Nightmare holds him in position. That's the Aegis taken away already. Life Stealer's coming in with an infested creep as well, as the stun will catch Mr. Mystery. The Fiend's Grip will be there to follow it up, and that'll be a pick off on the Templar Assassin. So the Aegis advantage taken away almost as soon as they got it on the side of Zero Navigation. Big Crush catches 2 here, and that'll be another quick dual kill with the Lifestrike Array following it up. Lina finds herself the double. The godlike streak now secured for her, as the Phoenix will fall to the Laguna Blade. A Lion falls alongside as well. It's just pick off after pick off. Zero Navigation getting caught with their pants down over and over again. They're really looking for any sort of recovery. The Gyro continues to farm up top. He's got a good 2600 gold though. After that double kill, he's opted not to spend his money. However, I think it might be wise to pick up the items towards the BKB. But he needs to run now. He's going to drop a call down to try and cancel the blinks. But he's giving chase. There'll be a global silence as well. Stramax is trying to TP out, but the Yules is there along with the amp damage. They'll stun him in position. And that's a dead Gyrocopter before he spends his money. He buys out the Yasha immediately after, but the damage has been dealt. Lina is beyond godlike now, with another 2700 gold in the bank. Zero Navigation just being really greedy, sticking around for that tier 1 tower, as they will not get it even. Stunner on the silencer. He's got another 1500 gold in the bank. He's been struggling to get that Midas for a while now, but I think he'll finally be able to afford it if he chooses to. But no, he'll go with the gem. He doesn't really prioritize the Midas. Instead, they'll just get another tool to deal with that Templar Assassin meld, and of course for the map control versus the TA traps and the observers and sentries. Perhaps we'll see them waiting for the next Roshan before trying any shenanigans. Because the Chronosphere and the Supernova could work really well for Zero Navigation if they pull it off right. But the Global Silence will be back online in 53 seconds. Zero Navigation, they're thinking of fighting knowing that the Silence is on cooldown. This could be risky. Void, he wants to go in, he'll jump in, he'll get a Chronosphere off on 2. Phoenix comes in, the Supernova's on the sidelines. It's getting some burn damage done, but they will not be able to do enough. Lightstrike Array available with the Laguna. The stun will come out on the Void. He'll time walk off the damage from the Laguna. He's alive for now, as Zero Navigation are trying to turn around, but they'll get clipped with a 2-man crush, securing the kill on the Phoenix and the Void. Now the Dragon Slave will connect on 2. Lion's going to be next on the hit list, as Streamex is going to try and make a run for it. He'll get sent into the air by the Lina, who's looking for the pickoff. She'll find the Lightstrike Array and secure the kill while behind. It'll be a kill on another one. It's a GG call coming out from Zero Navigation. I didn't quite expect them to call it, but a 5-man team wipe, while they find nothing in exchange, has just crushed their spirits, forcing a 21-minute GG against all odds. I do feel like they could have fought this one, though. I don't think the GG was warranted this early. Well, it is a 12,000 net worth and EXP lead. Kind of surprising that they tapped out so early, but hey, nonetheless, No Awesome Gaming will move onwards while Zero Navigation will be left to try again in Starter Cup 2. I'm CloudX, casting the ESL India Premiership hosted by Nodwin Gaming. Stay tuned as CSGO will be coming up right next, brought to you by Blair from So Strong.